Mr. Faulkner resigned because the job was taking up too much of his time. No more, no less. Obviously, you ladies need something to occupy your little minds.
How about a mass escape? That might cheer us up.
No, Smith, I had something a little less drastic in mind. We're going to organise a concert.
A concert?
When are you coming back?
The way I feel right now, maybe never.
Peter! You bastard!
Move along, thank you. Could you step out of the car, please, miss? What happened?
I don't know. I didn't want him to go away again.
You know the man you ran down?
It's my husband. He just got home and then he said he had to go away again. I just wanted to stop him.
I think you better come with me.
Oh, come on, love. Put your name down for the concert. It's a load of laughs.
Huh, a load of work, you mean?
Oh, shut up. Nobody's talking to you. Come on, love. Why don't you put your name down?
Oh, I don't know, Lizzie.
Well, you're still worried about that Neil Murray bloke, aren't you? You join up, that'll take your mind off
I
him.
can't take my mind off him. I thought he was really different. Yeah, it's not every day you meet a bloke who goes around knocking off pros. I was just out for all I could get at first. And I realised that he had more respect for me than that. Treated me like a lady, he did. Oh, I must have really hurt him.
Yeah, I'm sure he was really fond of your love. But he's a sick man.
And maybe I could have helped him.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon his trouble runs really deep. Maybe he needs one of those psychiatrists.
Just wish I could tell him how I really felt.
Come on, love, join up. Paddy's gonna too, aren't you, Pad?
Yep.
What little mischief are we dreaming up now,
We're just
Boothworth?
talking about the concert.
What concert?
Mrs. Powell's organising it.
Yeah, we often do them for charities.
And you're trying to drum up talent amongst this lot?
You'd be surprised. We've done
Shut
all
up,
sorts of-
Birdsworth. I'm sure Mrs. Powell didn't instruct you to start rehearsing when you're supposed to be working. Now get on with what you're being paid to do.
Hey, that's a laugh, innit? You get more money on Social Security.
You should know. You've done them out of every cent they've ever had.
Here, I'll tell you what, Lizzie, put my name down for the concert.
Oh, I knew I'd make you change your mind.
The freak did that. I mean, if she's against it, we're bound to have a good time.
Your solicitor's here, Mrs. Dempster.
Is there any word?
Yes, your husband will be all right. They're just keeping him in overnight for observation.
Thank God.
What happened, Sally?
Did they tell you? I ran Peter down.
Yes, I know, but why?
I couldn't stand it anymore.
What do you mean? I thought you and Peter had a very good marriage.
We are happy, and I love him very much.
But you ran him down, Sally. Was it an accident or what?
No,
We'll talk more later. At the moment, the most important thing is to get you home.
I can't go home.
Your mother-in-law is there with Michelle. Now, she will look after you.
How can I face her?
What about Michelle? She'll be wondering where you are.
She's better off with Peter's mother.
Well, I'll organise bail and then we can sort things out.
No, I can't. Look, how can I face Michelle after I've tried to kill her father? Oh, God knows this worse.
Sally, now you've got to look at this thing sensibly. Now, if you don't accept bail, you'll be held on remand at Wentworth Detention Centre.
I've committed a very serious crime, Richard. And if that's the way they deal with people like me, well, that's where I'll have to go.
Women tell me you're organising a concert.
Yes, Mrs. Davidson thought it might be a good idea.
Huh? Thought you said that sort of thing had always been a trouble in the past.
Security will be very tight this time.
Well, I wish you luck.
Don't you sound sceptical?
Personally, I find it quite distasteful for women like Birdsworth to be humiliating themselves in public.
Actually, Lizzie is the most enthusiastic so far. Mind you, if I let the others know that the concert is being held in conjunction with the male prisoners at Woodridge, I'm sure I'd be inundated with volunteers.
Oh, now you're really asking for trouble.
Well, that's precisely why I don't want them to know just yet. If I only get the women who are interested in working, I'm sure it could be a success.
I'm sure you'll see to it that it is.
Would be nice.
Oh, heavens.
Stop panicking. The place is spotless.
I don't know why I opened my big mouth and offered to help. I know I've forgotten something.
Helen, believe me, you haven't.
Yeah, and what if the delivery from the market doesn't come on time, eh?
If it doesn't turn up, I'll go and get it.
Yeah, but you've got to pick up the grog.
I'll leave enough time to do both, just in case. Relax.
You're right. I don't deserve this, you know.
Deserve what?
You being nice to me.
Oh, come on, Helen, it's forgotten.
No, it isn't. I accused you of some pretty terrible things, Tony, and I just want you to know that I'm really very sorry.
Look, it's okay, I promise you. I can't help it if I look like Jack the Ripper. Everyone thought I was the killer.
No, they didn't. But thanks for letting me off the hook so easily. You're a nice guy.
How's it going, Troops?
Oh, at last! Maxie, can you give me a hand with all of this?
Helen, the place is polished better than Maxie's bike.
Oh, look, I know. It's just that I promised, Judy, that Douglas and his mates wouldn't have a thing to complain about.
But they won't. Who was on the phone, Max?
I rang the Dempsters.
Oh, I don't suppose they offered you your old job back.
Oh, ha, bloody ha. No, some old biddy answered the phone. She reckons she's Michelle's grandma. Mrs. Dempster wasn't there, which was a bloody blessing. Let's just hope the old girl looks after Michelle better than her ma.
This business really got you worked up, Maxie.
Bloody oath. Well, you saw Michelle, Tone. What hope she got when her ma keeps going off the deep end?
You really think there's a problem?
Oh, no. Throwing your kid around the room's real normal, Tone.
Well, if you think Mrs. Dempster needs help, maybe you should call the Child Protection Society.
Well, I'm more worried about Michelle.
Well, obviously the mother can't cope. If she's not getting support from her husband, she might need professional help.
Tony's right, Max.
Yeah. Well, I've got no bloody sympathies for her. But if it's going to help Michelle, I'll do it. Right now.
Your name is Sally Ann Dempster, is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
You have been remanded on a charge of the attempted murder of your husband, is that correct?
I didn't mean to kill him.
Just answer the question, Dempster. Nobody's interested in the details.
Correct.
You may dress in civilian clothing, and you may work if you wish.
Work? Yes, I'd like to work.
Right, can be arranged in the morning. In the meantime, you will shower and be searched for lice.
Lice?
Don't they have lice where you come from, Dempster? Come on.
I wish B could be at the concert.
Lizzie, would you want to go to some silly bloody concert if you was on work release?
No fear. I've been trying to think of some numbers we could do. How about I'll Be With You?
Never heard of it.
Everybody's heard of I'll Be With You.
Yeah? How's it go?
Ah, la, 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 la.
I think so.
Well, I haven't noticed any of you thinking of anything.
Well, I probably have something worked out already, Lizzie.
Well, if they haven't, I'll have something ready, even if the rest of you do not.
Oh, no, Lizzie.
Thanks, love.
Jeez, this is supposed to be entertainment.
That's why nobody asked you to be in it.
Right, this is Sally Dempster. She'd like you to find something for her to do.
Jeez, you wouldn't want to do much dressed in those threads.
Keep your comments to yourself, Gaffney.
Hey, Miss Ferguson, where's Mrs. M?
She's on leave.
Leave? She didn't say anything.
Well, I'm sure next time she'll consult you, Birdsworth.
What would you like me to do?
Oh, I don't suppose you can do much in that clobber, but we'll find something for you. Come on over here.
This is a rough draft of some of the sketches and songs for the concert.
Was it all written by the men at Woodridge?
This is the censored version. You should have seen some of the routines they wanted to do.
I can imagine.
It's not bad stuff, actually.
Good. I think the women are going to enjoy it. I'll have a final list of those participating soon.
I'll let them know at Woodridge. I think Mrs. Powell knows there are about half a dozen parts for the ladies, but we'll also need volunteers for backstage work.
I'll tell her.
Fine. I'll see you this afternoon at the opening of the shop then.
Yes, how is Judy coping?
She's ranging between wild panic and hysteria. Now, she'll be glad when it's all over.
Excuse me, have you got the files for Officer Barry?
Yes, they're on my desk. Mrs. Barfield, would you escort Mr. Berman to reception, please?
Bye.
Thank you for coming in, Tony. Tony's given me a script for the concert. If you could get some copies made, the women could go through it.
Well, I hope it gets a few more of them interested in the idea.
Are they still not enthusiastic?
Birdsworth is ready to do a one-woman show, but the rest of them aren't too enthralled in taking part.
Well, Tony said we'll need at least 6 women to be in the show.
Well, if they don't want to take part, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yes. Be a great pity to have to cancel it. And it certainly wouldn't do any harm if the Deputy Governor made a success of it.
No. See what I can do.
Mrs. Powell, has there been any talk amongst the women about Mr. Faulkner's resignation and Mrs. Morris being on leave?
I have tried to set the record straight, but nothing will stop them talking.
Well, thank you.
Hey, where's Phil?
Bloody Powell's gone and put her on cleaning duties.
Yeah, Pie was in such a foul mood. God, if she smiled, her face would have cracked.
Yeah, Powell's getting as bad as a freak.
Oh, no, the freak makes the rest of them look like kindergarten teachers.
The freak?
Ferguson.
Well, she was the one that brought me in here.
Yeah, that's right. Some of us reckon she's related to Attila the Hun.
I'll keep out of her way then.
Oh, no chance of that, love. No, she's got to all of us in here, one by one, whether you like it or not.
Have you been in here long?
Well, which time?
You've been in before.
Do you know, I've lost count.
What for?
Well, which time?
Listen, love, you don't go around asking women in here what they're doing time for.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right, I don't mind. I'll give you 3 guesses, you'd probably get it right every time. Prostitution, fraud, escaping and murder. Well, what's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Oh, what I've done's nothing compared to some of the others in here.
I feel so terrible about what I did.
That won't last.
I don't know why I did it.
Well, come on. You're holding us all in suspense.
I ran my husband down with our car.
How come?
Had an argument. He was shouting at me.
Good on you.
Bloody ripper.
Did you kill him?
Better luck next time. He must be a real bastard.
Yeah, try to do the world a favour by getting rid of a type like that, and what do? They lock you up. No justice.
Yeah, that's right, he's right.
Look, how's this sound? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Driscoll House.
Well, go on.
That's not right. How about this? Something like this. Well, howdy, folks. I'm really glad you could come along here today.
I know it's more you, but you're going to have to do the full formal bit if you want to impress the department.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want to impress them. I mean, they should know us by now. We're not into formalities here.
I'll get it. Hi.
Hello.
Come in.
Is this Driscoll House?
Officially after 2 o'clock today.
I'm looking for a Maxine Daniels.
Yes, she's here. Can I ask what it's about?
Oh, yes, I'm Shirley Halliday from the Child Protection Society. Miss Daniels rang us yesterday.
Right. This is Judy Bryant. She runs the halfway
How'd
house.
you do? How are you, Miss Halliday? She's in the other room. Come through.
Thank you.
Maxine? This is Miss Halliday from the Child Protection Society.
Hello, Maxine.
Oh, g'day. Pull up a pew.
Thank you.
You know, you haven't come a moment too soon. I reckon Mrs. Dempster's about to kill that kid if someone doesn't do something.
Well, how long has this been going on?
I don't know. I didn't work for them for very long.
So you don't know the family very well?
Well, I don't have to know what brand of toothpaste they use to know that Mrs. Dempster's been belting up Michelle.
Yes, I know, Maxine, but you see, I have to know all the details before I can do anything.
Oh. Well, when I first went to work there, I thought everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was looking after Michelle while Mrs. Dempster took her husband to the airport. The kid was crook, so I called the doc. Well, he checked her over and her whole body was covered in bruises. Mrs. Dempster told me she was clumsy, but, well, I never saw Michelle fall over or bang her head or nothing. Most of the time I felt it wasn't Michelle I was looking after, but Mrs. Dempster. She's not well.
Yes, I know. Well, Mr. Dempster's mother is currently looking after Michelle.
Oh, well, I don't know her.
I think Michelle will be safe with her for a few days.
Well, where's Mrs. Dempster?
Sally Dempster's at Wentworth Detention Centre. She tried to kill her husband yesterday.
Crikey. She really has gone off the deep end.
Gaffney? You've been keeping your nose clean?
Let's just say I've been keeping out of trouble.
Oh, I thought you'd be having a field day with Smith out of here for most of the day.
She doesn't worry me.
Doesn't she? And perhaps you'd like a little diversion while she's not here to spoil things for you.
What did you have in mind?
Concert group?
I'm not getting involved in that load of crap.
Oh, I thought that going to Woodridge and working among the men would interest you, Gaffney.
Are you serious?
I hear they've written a script with 6 female roles. Now you interested?
Oh, yeah, I'm interested.
Thought you might be. But keep it to yourself for the moment.
Sure, Miss Ferguson. I guess that's one I owe you.
Don't worry. It's already on the slate.
Put some elbow grease into it, Maxine. We haven't got all day. Yeah, well, I can't stop thinking about Sally Dempster. I knew she was strange, but I didn't think she was completely off her head.
We don't know exactly what happened yet, Max. By the sounds of things, Peter Dempster wasn't hurt that badly.
Well, she should have killed the bastard.
Maxine, will you stop it and hurry?
Will you both just drop it? Someone's going to walk through that door any minute.
Yeah, any leftovers, and you know who to give them to, okay?
Maxine, today is a special occasion. And after today, the house rule will still stand. No grog.
Double bloody standards, if you ask me.
Not at all. I mean, we're having this party because Mr. Douglas and his mates want it. And what he wants, he gets.
What? Douglas doesn't pay our rent?
Yes, he does. He pays our rent. He's paying for this party. And here he is. Hi, Mrs. Davidson. How are you? Hello. Mr. Douglas?
Well, is everything ready for the opening?
Yes, I certainly hope so. Oh, may I offer you a drink?
Oh, thank you. Here we go.
Thank you.
Well, you know Maxine and Helen and Tony.
Yeah, hi.
Of course.
Hello. Well, I hope everything goes well for you today.
Thanks, Mr. Douglas.
After all, I was the one who suggested the department finance this idea.
Yeah. Well, why don't you come through and I'll show you around before everyone else arrives.
Oh, yes. I'd like that. Excuse me.
Oh, how are you getting along here, Maxine?
Ah, pretty good, Mrs. D. Till I lost me job.
Oh, what happened?
Well, it wasn't even my fault. Actually, the woman I was working for is in Wentworth at the moment. Sally Dempster.
Oh, yes.
What's happening with her?
Well, you know I can't discuss that with you, Maxine.
Funny. Woman from the Child Protection Society reckons she ran over her husband.
Child Protection Society?
Yeah. I rang him. She beats her kid.
How do you know that?
I've seen the bruises. You better hope the women don't find out. Because you know what'll happen if they do.
Everything's scrubbed from top to bottom, is it, Hunt?
I was just having a smoke home, Mrs. Powell.
You're on cleaning duties as a punishment, so you'll take rostered breaks and that's it. Oh, This should mean a stint in solitary and a loss of remissions.
Oh, come off it, Mrs. Powell. You know I'm no bludger. I'll get the work done.
You probably stopped work while you decided to take part in the concert, is that it?
Oh, well, you must be a mind reader, Mrs. Powell. That's exactly what happened.
Oh, good. Hunt.
Do you want me in the laundry when I've finished?
Until we go for rehearsals.
Slattery. I mean, normally I put things in the chaps' basket. Back to me within.
Well, now, that's not my thing.
Champagne?
No.
Oh, thank you. Very pleasant. Thank you. Well, Tony, how are you enjoying it, eh?
I think the house is going very well. But it's still an uphill battle with money, of course.
No, and of course you understand that money's very tight at the moment. Oh, thank you very much. Charming. Yes, money's very tight at the moment, but I personally have brought the situation to the ears of the right people. You know what I mean? Would you care for an hors d'oeuvre? Very kind of you. Thank you so much. Good. Well, Tony, how are you getting along with Judy Bryant?
Judy fine.
Yeah, of course, you know, she wanted to run this place single-handed, but we could see that she needed help. And you can't just hire anyone to run a place like this. Right, you. A lot of people applied for the job before we found young Berman here. I'm happy to say I think we found the right man. What do you think, Tony? Tony?
Yes. I'm very glad I got the job, Mr. Douglas. Would you excuse me for a moment?
Yes, of course. Madelaide, you know, very good background.
Maxine, how much have you had to drink?
Only a couple. You want one?
No, thanks. Listen, just lay off it. Doodle'll go mad.
Why didn't you and me go upstairs? This is boring.
Oh, that'd be nice while Judy's showing people around the house.
Well, let's split then. I'll go and get me keys.
We've been through all this before. Anyway, you're drunk and you haven't got a license, remember?
Come on, Tony, be a sport. We could really have a good
Maxine,
time.
all these nice people are looking.
Oh, will you let me know when you want to slip away?
Just behave yourself.
Go and have a drink, and I'll be with you in a minute. Thank you. Do you think it's going?
Oh, just have a look at this one, will you?
Oh, my God, Maxine. Look, just keep her quiet. I gotta make a speech in a minute.
Hey, yes, please.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Can I have your attention, please? Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming here today. I know that you all have an interest in the house and how it's run. And you're probably interested to know what we've been doing with your money, too. Actually, some of you may or may not know that we've decided to call the house Driscoll House. That's after our first resident, Susie Driscoll. She's very young, and she got herself in trouble. In fact, she fronted up on the doorstep before we were even opened. But she's okay now. Actually, it was that night that I realized how important a place like this is. Of course, I soon realized you couldn't run it on your own 24 hours a day. So I was lucky enough to get approval from the department to hire some help. You all know Tony Berman. And I think we've made a pretty successful team so far.
Here, here.
Not your time.
Anyway, we've had our successes, but we're aware of our failures. I still think that the halfway house is a vitally important project. And as long as people need us, that's how long we're going to be here. Thank you. Well, you've heard from me, but now how about hearing from the man that's made it all possible? Edward Douglas. Oh, sorry, Mr. Douglas. Did I pick a bad moment?
No, not at all. Well, I would just like to say, on behalf of the department, that I think that Judy and Journey here are doing an excellent job. And, of course, we were not sure of this project when it was first suggested. But I'm happy to say I think everything's worked out nicely. And I am very, very proud of the small part that I've played in it.
Good on you, Mr. D.
Yes, quite. Well, I don't think I have anything more to add to what Judy here has said. But, well, I'd like to congratulate the people who have made it the success that it is. And I'm sure that in the future it'll be a success. Yes, thank you.
How did you and Mr. Douglas get here?
In his car.
I can call you a taxi back to Wentworth when you're ready to leave.
I think you'd better make it 2 taxis.
Yeah, okay, you want to do costumes, but what about the show? Why don't you give that a try, be in that?
She's working overtime, isn't she?
Yeah. She's going to get a real good pat on the back if everything goes well, not like us who are doing all the hard yakka.
All right. Okay, everyone. Now, I still don't have enough people for this concert. Come on, I thought more of you'd be interested. Is there anyone who'd like to change their mind?
Yep. Me and Ronnie and Lil want to be in it.
What, the 3 of you?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, well, we do need people for costumes and scenery.
No, listen, we don't want to lug scenery around. We want to be in it. Yeah. I used to be a stripper. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da.
That's enough, Daphne, come on.
Well, are you going to put us on the list or not?
Yeah, all right.
What made you change your mind about the concert, Phil?
Well, let's just say that cleaning duty's got to me. Anyway, it'd be better than hanging around here, I suppose. Not much, mind you.
Cool, if you're going to be in it, you might as well get some fun out of it.
Okay, ladies, your attention, please. Now, rehearsals for the concert will start tomorrow, so I want everyone who's given me their names to be ready first thing.
Where's it going to take place, Mrs. Powell?
Yeah, well, you might as well know now. Rehearsals and the concert itself will be held at Woodridge.
With the blokes?
Who else did you think was going to play all those other parts? Okay. Now, I trust that little outburst got it out of your systems, because I'm warning you. If there is any trouble at Woodridge, it'll only come back on yourselves.
We'll behave ourselves, Mrs. Powell, but I hope I can't say the same for the blokes.
Ah, well, how was it? Was the opening of Driscoll House a success?
Yes, it was.
What's the joke?
Well, I shouldn't say anything really. It's just that Ted Douglas had a few drinks, and when he had to return Judy's speech, he wasn't quite up to it.
Now, that I would have loved to have seen. Here, I've got the final list for the concert.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm not so sure. It includes Gaffney and Latham.
Well, if you don't have any replacements, there's really nothing you can do about it. Besides, I think it would do Latham good to have something to occupy her mind after that incident with Neil Murray.
I hope she doesn't run into him at Woodridge.
Oh, he's probably still in the prison hospital.
Suppose so.
Have you actually accepted Gaffney for the concert?
I didn't have much choice.
Well, I don't think you ought to change your mind. Dropping her might cause more trouble than keeping her.
You're probably right.
How is Dempster coping?
Well, prison life's obviously a shock to her, but I think she's okay. Why?
I was talking to Maxine Daniels this afternoon. She worked for the Dempsters. Apparently, Maxine reported Sally to the Child Protection Society for beating her daughter.
Oh, well, I hope the women don't find out about that.
Yes. Well, will you keep an eye on her?
I'll do my best, but you know how they feel about this sort of thing.
Yes, I do indeed.
Maxie's out like a light.
She sure made the best of it. I just hope the little bugger suffers for it tomorrow.
She won't be the only one.
Oh, yes. 10 points for diplomacy for suggesting a cab for Mr. Douglas.
On behalf of the department, I would like to thank Trudy and Jody.
There's enough here for another drink. You join me?
Oh, no thanks, Tony. I don't want to be suffering along with Maxie tomorrow. I better get these back to the hotel.
Okay. I'll catch you later.
Yeah.
And Helen, thanks. Hi. Can I help you?
I just noticed a sign out the front. What is this place?
It's a halfway house.
Oh. When you say halfway house, what do you mean? I mean, who comes to live here?
It's basically a shelter for women in distress. Ex-prisoners, bashed wives, that sort of thing. Do you live around here?
No, I was just visiting a friend.
I suppose you go to the high school down the road.
How much is this?
$2.50. Were you looking for anything in particular?
No, as I said, I just saw the sign. I'd better get going.
Well, would you like to see the rest of the place while you're here?
No, thanks anyway. Bye.
Bye.
Sally, oh, come on. There's no need for all that love. Yeah. Look. Yeah. That's better, isn't it? Oh, look, I know it's bloody rotten in here, but you can't afford to let it get you down.
Oh, it's not that.
Well, you're not crying over that husband of yours, are you? Here. Do you want to tell me about it?
I love him so much. He just kept going away. I got so lonely. And I felt so depressed, and we had an argument. I just snapped, that's all.
Yeah, well, bloody men, they don't understand nothing, do they? Go off to their nice cosy little offices every day and their secretaries, and come home and wonder why you're not satisfied by doing the housework all day.
I don't think Peter's ever had anyone else. But you're right about him not understanding what it's like to be stuck at home all day. Just Michelle and me.
Michelle? Is that your daughter? I've got a little girl, Elizabeth.
You must miss her being in here.
Yeah, I do.
I hate being without Michelle. She must be so confused.
About you being in here, you mean?
That and everything else. She's such a lovely little thing. Sometimes I can't help myself. Do you ever get like that?
Like what?
I find it so hard to cope sometimes. I get so frustrated with her.
What are you talking about?
It's so hard to make her understand when I'm not feeling well, or that I'm not in the mood to play with one of her noisy toys. Sometimes I think she does it on purpose. But I get so beside myself that I hit her. Oh, God, I've hit her so hard sometimes.
You hit your kid?
Once, when I was cooking, I nearly threw a saucepan of hot water over her. Do you know what it's like?
No. No, I bloody don't know what it's like. But I think it's about time you was on the receiving end. That's what it feels like for your little Michelle.
Yeah. Well, it's not bad. But I reckon it needs a bit of spicing up.
You'll have to throw in a few surprise ad-libs, Lizzie.
You can bet your bottom dollar I will.
There's quite a few musical numbers. Who'll do those? I don't know. I can't sing a note. Happy birthday.
No volunteering, Lawson.
Hey, Chrissy, come and have a look at the script.
I'm not in the mood, thanks.
What's up?
We've got ourselves another kid basher in here.
What? Who?
That bloody Sally Dempster. There I was, being all nice and friendly. She suddenly turns to me and says her kid gets on her nerves so much she bashes her.
Oh, the rotten bitch!
Oh, don't you worry, Lizzie. I'll let her know how we felt.
Good on you.
She reckons that she nearly poured a saucepan of boiling hot water all over the poor little bugger. No wonder she tried to run her husband down. He probably found out about it.
Well, how's she been getting away with it?
I don't know. But in here, she don't.
Yes, Governor. You wanted to see me?
Yes, Miss Ferguson, come in. I was talking to Mr. Douglas this afternoon, and he did make a suggestion. As Mrs. Morris is away at the moment, you will be acting as Deputy 2IC to Mrs. Powell.
I understand she's going to be very tied up with this concert business.
Yes, she'll be spending quite a lot of time at Woodridge, but this is only a temporary measure until Mrs. Morris returns from leave.
Of course. Thank you, Governor.
Well, I'm going to make the most of this concert being on at Woodridge. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. There's a couple of blokes I've got a score to settle with.
Yeah, we all know what the prize will be, eh?
Is that all you can think about, Gaffney?
Oh, wait till you've been without it for a couple of months. Even the gate guard won't be safe with you.
That wasn't what I was talking about anyway. No, you wait till I see them blokes that work for Duncan Campbell.
Listen, you lot, it's the show that counts, and don't any of you do anything that'll cause trouble.
I hope I don't run into Neil.
Do you think you will?
Dunno. Don't know what I'd do if I did.
Do you still want to go?
Still, he might not be at Woodridge. Maybe I'm worried about nothing.
Wish I'd never said I'd be in it. Can't be bothered.
Oh, you're a misery guts, Phil.
Hey. No point in getting settled in. There'll be lights out in a minute and we all go to our dorms. Of course, you're in a cell on your own, aren't you? It's a funny feeling being here all alone at night in a place like this. Anything could happen.
Well, how are you going with the scripts, ladies?
Oh, it's not bad.
Well, any problems can be sorted out tomorrow at Woodridge. Come on, pack up. Quickly. Move it, Latham.
You all right? I'm not sure. I guess I never thought what prison life would be like.
Yes, well, you'll be all right if you keep out of trouble. And I don't just mean with the staff. Some of these women have been in here for years. Oh, they're tough, and they don't mind letting you know.
I know.
All right, just keep out of their way. Come on, get to your cell. Lights out in a few minutes.
Thank you, Mrs. Powell.
Well, Kim, we certainly managed to scare each other half to death last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Listen, honey, after breakfast, if you like, we'll talk, okay? You want some toast?
No, thanks. I'm not very hungry. A cup of tea was nice. Thank you.
Hi, Jed.
Oh, morning.
Hello again.
Hi. I'll go and have my shower now.
You two know each other?
She wandered into the shop yesterday.
Yeah, well, she broke in here last night.
She broke in?
Yeah, I nearly clobbered her, too. Poor kid. She was terrified, and I nearly had a heart attack.
Well, what's the story?
Her name's Kim.
And?
That's it so far.
Well, have you called the police?
No. I want to talk to her first.
For God's sake, she's obviously underage. We don't know how long she's been away from home.
We also don't know what her problems are. Now, you just hold on until I've talked to her.
Well, why didn't she ask for help yesterday?
You know that's the hardest part.
Yeah, well, breaking in seems pretty drastic. I was careful not to frighten her.
Well, it's not your fault, is it? I mean, the kid's obviously scared to death. Now, let's not heavy her.
Okay, you're the boss.
Look, ladies, we're just in time for morning tea. Now, let me do it. A hard-working mother like you needs to relax.
What do you want?
What do I want? I want to teach you a lesson, Dempster. One that you'll never forget.
But I've never done anything to you.
No, but you have done something to that little kid of yours, haven't you? That's what you do every time the kid annoys you, don't you?
Please.
What do you find works best? Touch of boiling water, maybe?
No, don't.
That'll bring the little bugger into line every time, won't it? Well, you try it. And keep quiet about it.
Latham?
Here.
Wordsworth?
Right here, Mrs. Powell.
Gaffney? Oh, God, where is Gaffney? Her two shadows are missing as well.
They're probably out waiting in the van. They can't wait to get in with the Blakes.
Do you think that's funny, Lawson?
Perhaps you'd prefer to stay behind, Lawson. Sure we can find something suitable for you to do.
Look, I have already warned all of you about there being any trouble at Woodridge.
Mrs. Powell, I think you're just asking for trouble, taking women like Hunt and Lawson along. Perhaps a stint in the pound to teach them to behave themselves.
Lawson, you have lost all privileges until after the concert's over. Shepherd?
What about Hunt?
Yes, OK, Hunt, what is your attitude? Do you see this outing as a chance to have a go at the male prisoners?
After all this time, not going to be easy to ignore him, is it?
Oh, you are hopeless. Heather, get an officer to take Hunt back inside. She's not going. Miss Ferguson, would you please get Gaffney, Stokes and Kennedy?
Of course.
All right, ladies, now listen to me. All of you. You may see this trip to Woodridge as just a load of fun and games, but it is very important. Now, look, I'm not saying you're not going to have your fun. That's all part of it. But you're not only going to be performing for friends and relatives. The money will go to charity.
Oh, Prisoners' Aid Fund, I hope.
You will be doing a special performance for the Driscoll House. So, if any of you are thinking of messing it up, Judy Bryant, and perhaps you, if you need the house in the future, will be the only ones missing out, nobody else.
Oh, we'll be real good, Mrs. Powell. Don't you worry.
Good. Pleased to hear it. OK. Come on, let's enjoy ourselves, and I look forward to seeing how things progress.
Oh, help me. Oh, please help me.
What's wrong, Dempster? What happened?
That woman, Gaffney, she and the others poured hot coffee over me.
I asked you what happened, Dempster, not who did it. You got any idea what the women in here will do to you if they find out you're a lagger?
Lagger?
Telltale.
But they've hurt me.
Then you must have done something to upset them. For your own sake, keep your mouth shut. Officer Hall, ring the emergency doctor. Dempster's had an accident.
She better bloody well tell the screws it was an accident, otherwise she'll really find out what a good bashing's all about.
You three are supposed to be in reception. Outside.
We were just on our way, Miss Ferguson.
But there was something you had to do before you left, eh, Gaffney?
I don't know what you mean.
I just saw Dempster. She's been burned.
Gee, that's bad luck.
It's time you and I evened the score, Gaffney.
What do you mean?
Well, I should put you on a report for what you've done to Dempster.
I never did nothing. I didn't even know about it.
Come on, Gaffney, lie to the others, but not to me. I'm sure Dempster would be only too pleased to tell me who was involved.
What am I supposed to do?
That's better. I want you to see that that concert doesn't succeed.
What?
Maybe a stint in solitary will improve your hearing, Gaffney.
Well, what am I supposed to bloody do?
You've never been short of ideas. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Yeah? And what if I don't?
Stupid question. To which I think you know the answer.
Thank you, ladies. Just get in. Do it quietly. Hurry up, you lot. Come on. Any problems, Miss Ferguson?
No, not really. One of the women had an accident. I had to get some medical attention.
An accident? Who was that?
Dempster. It's not serious.
Come on, Lawson, get in.
Just a bit nervous about the van.
The only transport you've got.
Woodridge isn't very far.
You're not going to lock us up with her, are you? She's bloody mad.
Shut up, Gaffney.
She'll kill us all.
You'll be right, love. Come on.
Yeah, I can do it. It's okay.
Just take your time, love.
We'll never bloody make it.
I said that's enough. Listen, would it be best if you rode in the front with us?
Oh, no, thanks, Mrs. Powell. I'll be okay.
swap places with me, will you? What for? Don't want to be in her way when it comes time to get out. Likely to get caught in the crush good and proper.
Try not to think about it, love.
Yeah, try not to think about it, love.
Oh, leave her alone, Margot. She can't help it. You all right now, love?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine.
God, we're like a bunch of girl guides. Sitting around holding someone's hand is afraid of the dark.
Margot, lay off.
Would you like to sit in the front, Lawson? Is it too dark for you in the back, Lawson? Would you like someone to hold your hand?
Listen, Margot, I've already thumped you for having a go at me. Now, if you want to take it further, just keep it up.
Come on, Paddy, knock it off. She's not worth getting into strife over.
Piss off, Chrissy. It's between me and her. Just don't let there be a next time, Gaffney.
Hey, how about starting a little sing-song, eh?
Yeah, I know one. Oh, Sir Jasper, do not touch me. Oh, Sir Jasper, do not touch me. Oh, Sir Jasper, do not touch me. As you know, the green and everyone cheats with nothing on at all.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.